Hey everyone, it's Chris again. So my friend Fred and I were playing and we found a little bug that I had to fix. And it took me about, oh god, I don't know, about 6 hours to fix the bug. Basically, when moving between levels, the two games that were communicating with each other could have an issue where the stats for the enemies would get mixed up. So I was fighting like flying slimes and you know, the giant guys looked like the little spiders and they did different amounts of damage than they should have, so it was really weird. So I managed to fix that, but it really put a dent in my, you know, the whole building of the game. So I decided, well, if I'm going to do something useful today, I'll make a level editor. So this level was produced entirely with the new level editor that I made. It's not going to come with the game, but it's just something for me to help me play it better, or build the levels better. Sorry, I'm just checking my X and A real quick to make sure I'm playing. Yeah, okay, we're good. I put a breakpoint in for when I got an epic items because I was testing something, so I just wanted to make sure that was not in there. But if the game does stop, that means I forgot to take it out. But yeah, this entire thing was made with the level editor. And it spits out a string that I then just paste in, and I'm done for building the map. So that's really, really nice. It does the background and the foreground. The only thing it doesn't do is bad guy placement, so I have to do that manually. But eventually I'll add that as well. I just wanted to get something working and, you know, have a cool update for you guys. I also have some new items. And when my friend and I were playing, we started out from scratch, and we died a lot. So the game is very challenging when you don't have items. But once you do get items, the level becomes trivial, which is pretty much how all RPGs work. But I am making it's going to loop now because I set it to be at this level. I am making it so that the drop rate is pretty low, so you do have to kind of struggle through the level to get what you need. But you also have to go pretty far, so you can't just, you know, casually get hit a lot because there's so many enemies, like I did just there. There's so many enemies that you couldn't possibly survive even with the best gear in the game. So you are going to have to be a little focused. It is really fun having a partner, and there's going to be up to 4 players allowed. And there'll be a lot of levels where you fight a horde of enemies. The other thing I did today, since I decided, you know, it was a good day to fix stuff, I made like a stress test, and I found out how many enemies could be on the map, and I decided, you know, I probably don't need 1,000 bullets on the map because I currently had 1,000 as the max, and I cut that in half, and I was able to double the number of enemies. So I was able to do a stress test with 100 enemies, no problem. So that's something really, really good. I was also able to do 1,000, you know, little pieces flying around, no issues. So the game's definitely capable of a lot more than what you're seeing right now, and I'm really excited to create maps and situations where you get to see that. I will try to figure out a way to, you know, create a good layout for a much larger battle. This next level actually is pretty good. If I can just have your attention for one more minute. Let me set it to level 6. Right now I have it skipping straight to the level I want to play for my testing. But let's skip to level 6 and you'll see the kind of level I'm talking about where there's just tons of enemies and you've almost got to like trade fire like you're in a trench or something. It's kind of interesting, but I'll show you real quick. Regardless, my friend, when he played this game, he said it was super fun. It took him a little bit to get used to like the items and what they meant, and also how the rings work. But he really liked the concept. So I mean, he's a good gamer, so I really like that. I like when really good gamers like the stuff I make. Although they tend to be more forgiving than more casual gamers who really are like easier games, to be honest, and they don't see the benefit in a difficult game sometimes. So this guy's a really good player, and he immediately saw, you know, how hard this could be, and a lot of potential. Now I just got to get it up so that it attracts both audiences. But yeah, so I just took out like, I don't know, it was about 10 or so spiders all over the walls. And that's the kind of level I can have. And I also want to do a level where you're like running away from a bunch of those skeletons that are really big. So you're forced to run, and have you just, running through a level trying to get away from them. And there's so much I can do. I'm really excited to add bosses. I want to be really creative with that. And I want to add as many enemy types as I can. I think the more dynamic the enemies are, the better they will be. So the next enemy I'm going to make is a kamikaze, like, it looks kind of like a red leech, and it shoots at the player, but I'll let you see that when I finish it. Alright guys, if you have any ideas or want to leave any comments about the game, feel free. And thank you so much. Good luck and have fun.